Hi! You are watching Kerry Lyons of the Imperfect Life, and I am here to help you create the life that you want whilst also loving the messy adventure of creating it. And today's topic is the most read topic on my blog, which is, what do I do when I have no idea what I want to do with my life? I have no idea what makes me happy. I have no idea what career I want to take. All these things. I feel you. Believe me. I have been in your exact same place, probably talking 2005, 2007, that kind of time. And yeah, it is hard place to be. But what I want to share with you today is that place that you're in right now, that struggle, is the coolest place you can be. That sounds bizarre. I sound like a lunatic, but hear me out. My quarter-life crisis that I talk about a lot, I talk about it a lot because it is such a massively influential period of my life. I look back on it so fondly, bizarrely. I know that sounds a bit twisted, but I generally have affection for all that stuff that I went through because it's quite literally formed who I am today, how I live my life today, how I run a business today, all those things. And yeah, what I've learned in my journey since then, I want to share with you why I feel that if you're in a life crisis, if you're in a really deep struggle with, I guess, your identity and what it is that you want, this is the coolest place to be. And yet, I have a habit of putting a positive spin on most things because that's just how I like to approach life, approach challenges. But I'm telling you, you can change how you're looking at this. You can change how you're dealing with this. You can change your path out of this. So let me share with you the few ways that I found that this is the coolest place to be. I think you're going to like them. So the first is hitting rock bottom is exactly where you need to go. And I think a lot of us spend a lot of our time trying to put this padding and this cushion around us so we don't ever have to hit rock bottom. And that's, human nature. That's understandable. We want to protect ourselves and, not be in harm's way and not feel hurt and all those things. But think about this. For you to be able to take that trajectory up to where you want to be, you need a springboard, right? You need that something to give you that momentum out of what you're feeling right now. So my case is hitting rock bottom is exactly what you need to go up. And this is my exact experience. So like I said, 2005, 2007, that kind of period of a couple of years was my rock bottom. So I had my life crisis, my quarter life crisis at the time. It evolved into a really dark depression as well. And I'll be frank, I needed to get to the point where I was having the thoughts of, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Would the world just not be better off without me here because I'm just this burden that can't be fixed? And I guess just feeling that pit of emotion was the one thing that I needed to get me out of this ambivalence, to get me out of this stagnant swamp of, darkness. I needed to kind of feel that way to then shoot myself back out. And that's what I'm saying to you, that if you're feeling in the depths of that struggle, the depths of this kind of uncertainty and confusion and ambivalence and all those horrible, kind of uncomfortable, unsettling kind of feelings, it's actually the coolest place you can be if you want to create change. So that's number one. Don't be worried about it. Number two, another cool thing is that you actually really, really get to know yourself. And I think a part of the struggle of not really knowing what you want, what makes you happy, where you want to go, all those things, is because you don't really know yourself, right? So you are used to maybe living your life for someone else, and that might be a partner, it might be peers, it might be parents, it might be other people of influence in your life, maybe even kind of social media wise, whatever, trying to keep up appearances of maintaining this kind of life that you think is what you should have because that's what other people have, perhaps. This is just for argument's sake. The minute you start to actually live your life for yourself, when you start learning about what it is that you want, and even if all you've managed to, I guess, drilled down so far are the things that you don't want, that is still progress. That is still a good thing, because clarity only comes from action. Clarity doesn't come from inaction, overthinking, I guess staying in this kind of hoping, wishing mindset. I want things to be different. It comes from taking action. Like, so again, just referring back to my crisis, it went into, I basically saw a therapist. I then like invested in myself in terms of like coaching and courses, and like I took action basically to find my way out. And that's what I'm saying. For you to hit this rock bottom, take the trajectory, invest in yourself, invest in learning about what it is that you want. That's where it happens, because you begin to learn about you, what you want. And that is the crux of finding you're happy. Okay? So that's why it's a good thing. You get to learn about yourself. Now, the third really cool thing is that you really, really gain perspective on what's important in life. And basically, if you try and ignore the things that you're going through, life is going to find a way of reminding you what you need to be paying attention to. So I think that personally is a really good thing. I don't think brushing stuff under the carpet, trying to just plod along and pretend that everything's okay is ever going to get you anywhere. So the fact that you are, I guess, given a wake-up call to make change, to gain perspective on what's really important, is a monster bonus of, you know, what do I want to do with my life crisis. This definitely was the case for me, because I did spend 2 years of brushing under the carpet and trying to pretend that I'm fine. Totally wasn't. And it wasn't until, I guess, I gained this perspective, I was forced to sit down and work out what was important, that I was able to create massive change. And I guess the fourth, as part of that, is that as part of the learning experience of this life crisis mindset and, you know, what do I want to do in my life, comes the opportunity to just be unapologetically you. And it can really help you find the courage to, I guess, be fiercely protective of that as well. Remove people from your life that don't allow that for you, they don't encourage that in you. And yeah, you essentially get to the point where you can begin curating and creating the life that you want, that's all about you and you're happy. So yeah, those are my 4 points. Let me just go through them again. So number 1, hitting rock bottom is exactly where you need to go. That's why what you're feeling right now is really cool, because it's easy to go to rock bottom, right? Next natural step. Number 2 is that you truly get to know yourself, and that is like a beautiful thing that is gonna like stay with you for the rest of your life. Number 3 is that you get to really gain perspective of what's important to you, what's important, in your life basically. And number 4 is that you get to be unapologetically you, and by that I mean basically living your life on your terms without having to explain it to anyone else, without having to justify it to anybody else. And those 4 things I think are really super cool about not knowing what you want to do with your life, plus the fact that all the excitement is yet to come, all the cool stuff is yet to come. So it's like, think about it as the 3 weeks leading up to Christmas when you're 6 years old, which is like way more exciting than Christmas Day. So that's, I guess, what I want you to try and focus on, is the excitement of, you know, the advent calendar season, the season of working your way towards something that you really want. So yeah, if you're in that headspace of feeling, I just don't know what I want to do in my life, I don't know what makes me happy, but you've also had a little twinkle of kind of hope that what you're going through right now isn't actually the worst of the worst, because there is good that's going to come of it. If you want to change, there is an option for you. Then I have got something that is right up your street. So I have been, I don't know working how long, on creating this amazing online program called the Imperfect Life Designer. And it is essentially the tool to use to help you discover your strengths, your passion and your fire, to, I guess, master your fears and your self-belief and your expectations. and also to devote your habits and your kind of life strategy to seeing it all through, you know, really showing up for yourself and delivering on what you want. If that sounds something that you would go, yes please, I really need you to enter your details on the link. I'm going to put it below this video. It's not available to enroll on just yet, but it will be launching soon, and I might just throw in a little discount if you join the waitlist. But yeah, if you want to change your life, basically, nothing lights me up more than helping people find their thing, like getting people excited about their Sunday nights and their Monday mornings and finding their mojo, like all of those things. That is my jam. That is what I love to do. So yeah, come let me know who you are, come say hi, and yeah, I hope we get to work together super soon. And yeah, hope you enjoyed my vlog this week. I love you so much, and I hope you have a flawsome week ahead. Till next time. Mwah.